So technically, this is a character redesign video, but it's just me trying to figure out who this character actually is for the first time, because the first version of him was mostly just a guy with two different type of eyes and basic tattoos with no personality, no backstory, and not even a name. But he has one now, or at least I hope so he does by the time I'm done with this video. Hi, it's me, Scared Lemon. Coming to the project at hand, this is Ivan. This is my first ever original character that I had created back in 2021 when I first started digital art. Back then, the only thing I had of this character was that I wanted to give him two different type of eyes and body tattoos. In my defense, I did not know what sort of an artist I was. So back in 2021, me wanting to make an original character was more about just having an original character than about me telling a story through this character. So they just mostly got the cool design elements and none of the characteristics or personalities. Now, when I say this character has not been totally flushed out, it is mostly true, but there are a couple of things that I have set in place for this character. I had two characters before I made this one, but as I got more into art, I realized that my characters needed more backstory. So this is one of the more flushed out characters of that era. Back then, I did give him some lore, and I will be sharing bits of that without spoiling the main story. The first thing about Ivan that comes to mind when I think about him are his eyes. When I was coming up with his concept, I wanted him to have a different shape of eye. Even at the time when I was making this for the first time, I was having trouble trying to determine how I wanted the different eye to look design-wise. The story behind his different eye, in short, is that he got them because he was cursed at a very young age. His curse also gives him powers, and one of them is that he can control light. How and why he was cursed is a story I would like to tell in a more visual way, so I will keep that for a later date. This character has not been on my mind for a very long time. I used to draw male characters a lot up until like 2023, but I realized I didn't know anything about drawing female characters. So I started exclusively focusing on female characters, their anatomy, and so it has been quite a lot of time since I have drawn a male character. Physical appearance wise, his previous design was a lot more sharp with angular bone structures, but coming back to him after so long, I did not want to go that route anymore. To me, his appearance needed to be somewhat of an opposite to his personality. You'd think he could be blown away if the wind was too strong, but in reality, he can kick someone's ass who's twice his size. Ivan grew up in an orphanage, and he has been alone in the world for as long as he can remember. His mother left them when he was very young, and after that his father became a violent man. The only memory he has from his childhood are of the day when his father was extremely drunk and angry. He was beating Ivan's sister, and Ivan remembers being very scared. After that, there is a blank space where he doesn't remember what happened, but he does remember men in uniform taking his father away. He doesn't know where his sister is or what happened to her. Along the way, the two of them got separated. I had tried to give this character basic traits to figure out what his character was like when I was designing it, and I do want to still keep those. Personality-wise, Ivan seems to be the type of person that would get heavily bullied in school or almost anywhere. People could walk all over him and he would do nothing about it. But you push him enough times and he reacts in a way that doesn't really end well for either party. which is why he tries twice as hard to not blow up. He absolutely hates the fact that he has powers, so he always tries to keep himself really boxed up so his powers don't manifest and he doesn't hurt anyone. His social skills are absolutely shitty, but on the inside, he is a kind and empathetic person. Despite everything, he is quite confident and secure as an individual. Because he is socially awkward, he can come off as intimidating, and people who don't know him get easily scared by him. To describe his personality in a sentence, I would say if he was a character from a TV series or a movie, he would be the main character's best friend that gets killed off in like the first half an hour of the movie or like the first season of the show. He lives in a constant state of fight or flight mentally. He is a very sad and lonely person and feels like the weight of the world is on his shoulder because it kind of is. So everything that he does sort of embodies the headspace he's in. He's a very athletic person. He plays some sort of sports that keeps his body moving. So the feeling of being pent up from not using his power for so long isn't as strong. There is still so many aspects of the character that I have yet to figure out that it becomes very overwhelming very quickly to decide which parts I want to share upfront and which parts I want to keep it a secret for the sake of the story. His fashion style, profession, day-to-day life are some of the things I would like to figure out in the future. That being said, it made drawing trinkets, things that he usually uses or carries around, really hard to come up with. But he has this piece of an earring that belongs to his sister. Quite honestly, I am really happy with this character design. When I first designed this character, his idea needed more work, but I just wasn't ready to commit to that. And coming back after so many years when I have a lot more experience really helped me bring this character to life. The Ivan now really looks like Ivan, and when I look back, I still remember that back in the day he did not feel like the character I wanted him to be. So this was a win. Thank you for accompanying me while I struggled to give this character a personality. There were so many things I wanted to share about him, and hopefully it was mildly tolerable for you guys to come on this journey with me. The goal of making this video was to have a better grasp at who this character really was, and I believe I have accomplished that. After I was done coming up with all the poses and trinkets and finishing up the drawing, to finish up the character sheet, I compiled all the poses in one page, added his name, the color swatches for his eyes, skin color, and hair. And this is the finished character sheet. Thank you for watching if you did. I hope to post more in the future of this character and all my other original characters. I do share bits and pieces on my Instagram. If you want to be more updated, you should probably head there. And I will see you in the next one. Bye!